Hi everyone, and good morning from Tripsdrill. We're currently in what it feels like the middle of nowhere, Germany. And this park looks charming, looks cute, looks like they have some cool rides. Excited to go in there. We've got about 6 hours to see everything we can see, and there's like a zoo element as well. I go by the legend, joined by my wonderful girlfriend Molly.
I'm excited.
Yeah, let's go check out Tripsdrill. Tripsdrill is home to a just very, very charming entrance area. Let's kick off the tour at the park's newest roller coasters. I believe these both opened in 2020. They're intertwined with each other. You got Hans Über, which is this suspended coaster, and then the family boomerang. So there's a lot going on. Both are really fun. Obviously, one's much more thrill ride, and one's much more family friendly. I really like the suspended coaster. Rode towards the back. Got a lot of zip, a lot of inversions. I love the goat on the back of that one. It's a terrified goat. And I just love the design, having these two roller coasters interwoven with each other. Both very solid rides. And then this one really uses the terrain too, like loops in, loops under. That's pretty good. I really, both these rides, very solid. The theming level on the trains is fantastic. Super duper detailed. The station's really nice, and I just love the design because the family boomerang ride goes right through the station of the suspended coaster. Not a great shot, but you sort of tell. The ride ends with a giant rabbit animatronic, and he's eating a carrot and talking in German. Going over the big hill there, that is Karacho, the park's most thrilling roller coaster, and it is fantastic. It's really, really good ride. It's like a Gerstlauer Eurofighter or Infinity coaster. It is lap bar only, and it's awesome. It's got a little bit of air time, a little bit of hang time. Beautiful, beautiful cars. Really well themed queue, like a lot of the stuff here at Tripsdrill. And it goes into tunnels. It's got a great beginning. Before you leave the station, like right after you leave the station, you go around a curve. And then in the middle of darkness, you go over like a slow barrel roll.
Yeah, I didn't expect that.
No, this one's a winner. I really like Karacho. So I had fun on Karacho. This animatronic character did not. This is fantastically hilarious. It's right in the exit platform.
Something I've never seen before.
He just vomits after every train. This is the park's only wood coaster, known as Mammut, and it's themed around logging. And it's one of the few wooden coasters made by the Gerstlauer company. And I went in expecting this ride to be pretty rough and pretty bad. And we rode in a middle seat, so not in a wheel seat. And it wasn't really rough at all. A little bumpy, but pretty smooth ride. Doesn't do a whole lot.
Love the start though.
Yeah, there's a pre-lift area with like some like mechanics that goes off and a giant sawmill. And you also have a tunnel. A tunnel that's filled with like Ornate fog. Yep. So yeah, I went in expecting, I had low expectations for this one, and it surpassed them. Also, it's right at the corner of the park, so you get a really great view of some of the vineyards that surround Tripsdrill. Right by Mammut, you do have a very cool playground, all done up just in the same style of the ride. In this crazy looking castle building, there are two different rides. Let's start off by talking about the roller coaster, which is a wild mouse style roller coaster. I think it's like Gerstersaw, something around those lines. I love the trains. Yeah, it's kind of themed around like a sleigh making facility, and you're on a sleigh. And it's a really cool ride. It doesn't just do your normal wild mouse stuff with the unbanked turns. It does some big swooping turns that go in and around the castle. There's some airtime hills. This one is going to have one of the lower capacities of the park. So if might be one you want to hit early in your day here at Tripsdrill. You can see it. I love how it's just built into the castle kind of wraps around. And then the surrounding landscaping as well. Yes. The other ride on the right-hand side, well, I don't even know what that one's name is, nor will I try to pronounce it. It's the bathtub log flume. It's simple. Yes. You ride on a log flume in the shape of a bathtub. Which is great. I've never seen another type of. No, there was famously one at Alton Towers for a number of years, but it was already closed when we visited back in 2016. The ride itself, it's got a very interesting theme. One you would not see in America, as the ride in the castle on the bathtub log flume is kind of themed to the Fountain of Youth. So there's a scene, a dark ride type scene, where naked old ladies go into a pool and come out as naked young ladies.
Yes.
It is definitely one of those you would not see in America.
No.
It
So
also
full disclosure there.
Yeah.
There is nudity.
Yeah, if you have problems with mannequin nudity, stay away from this one. Not an overly wet log flume, which is good. I don't like getting soaked. I got a nice spritz. I was in the back. Molly got a little bit more drenched in the middle.
Row.
But both these are really fun rides. And just, I mean, the design of this area of the park.
It's gorgeous how it wraps around each other.
Yeah, kudos to Tripsdrill. I know this has been here for a while, but it's still just great theme park design. Just around the river bend over here, you can see the park's river rapid style attraction. And like most things here at Tripsdrill, it is very pretty. Now, water rides and me don't tend to get along very well, so probably not going to go on this one, unless Molly makes me. But
Probably not.
very cute. Another side of the River Rapids ride. I love the big waterfalls. It does not look like waterfalls you go under, just a more showy waterfalls.
I love the bear statue.
Bear statue's pretty cool too. Here you can see the park's main family roller coaster. It's one of these roller coasters with these super duper long trains, which is good because then your capacity is very, very high and your wait time's normally not that bad.
Which is great for kids coasters.
Yeah.
Family coasters.
And I love how it's intertwined with all the trees and the fountains. And I'm guessing you're supposed to be on a giant caterpillar. Yeah, look at all the legs.
Look at that. Look at that antenna.
And all the little legs he has. Another good one here, it's like a little kid's log flume. A very small log flume, probably 20 feet in the last drop. It seems like you ride in some sort of a large sack. Let's see if we get somebody going down the big drop here. I think somebody's about to turn on in. Could be quite the splash. I think this boat has an adult in it. Yep. Decent sized splash. Right near the entrance area, you also have this. Boy, that is a different looking ride. And a very pretty looking ride. I imagine probably an older part of the park. There's a big giant windmill. Inside the windmill, it's a giant slide. Fun. This is very interesting. This is a little cart ride. I believe you're supposed to be like a wine barrel going around a vineyard.
That's great.
Yes. I believe another way this park started was through wine and vineyard stuff. We're definitely going to have to go on this. This here is one of the more modern flat rides here at Tripsdrill. Gerslauer Skyfly. Looks like one of Da Vinci's flying machines. Cool fountains and stuff like that. There is one of these going into Universal's Epic Universe in the How to Train Your Dragon Land. I would think it could have a similar scheme as far as a theme goes. Hopefully it'll have the fountains. It's pretty neat. I always like when parks theme their swings, and this one I think is a giant mushroom. There is a lagoon with an adorable kind of boat attraction. I think some of the people could squirt water, and it looks like you do actually drive, and you can squirt water out of all sorts of things. A bottle of wine you could squirt water out of? That is something. Right after you come into the park, there's a big indoor area with a drop tower and a just giant playground. The park is home to a very odd drop tower. There's 2 rows of 6 people each. There's actually 2. That one's not running today. And it's very different. I don't think I've ever seen a drop tower like this. I love that it's built like into tree houses. That's really fun. And there's a little bit of a surprise here. I knew about it. Molly did not. That, if you don't know that tilt is coming, it's quite the shock. This one's very unique. It's like an antique autos, but you could ride in the horses in the carriage leader or in the back of the carriage. That's another one. I don't think I've seen this before. Updated, in addition to like the horse-drawn carriages, they also have traditional antique autos on the same ride system. Haven't done one of these bits in a while. Molly's now going to drive me around the antique autos. Very nice landscaping here. Like the gardens are really well done.
Gorgeous.
And there's a tunnel. Cruising on past a small house. And a tree going some type of berries.
Horses!
And there's the small man that owns that small house. He makes horseshoes. This one is themed to baking. I don't know if you're making like breads or cakes or something. And it's interesting, when the ride is stopped, the figures there, those are animatronics, and they move. Definitely a different style of ride. You don't see this often. Another pretty flat ride over here. Looks like you ride in shoes?
Yeah!
And then you go around a hill with the big farm on top, which I think is nearby. In the queue area to ride the little shoes, there is a cobbler. That makes a ton of sense.
It does.
Another great themed flat ride over here. Definitely one of the more modern ones. Themed after a motorcycle and sidecar. But I love how like the station brickwork is themed to match that of the big smokestack, which is actually smoking. You can see just a little bit. Very cool, very pretty, very well themed. I like it. Here's something, another one that's different. Little kids car ride.
They're in like box.
Yeah, it looks like soapbox derby
Yeah.
cars. They look like they're electrically powered. I don't think the kids power. Maybe they're just a trackless ride. But that's really neat looking. Here's a very pretty, I guess it's like a twirling teacup ride through a garden right in the front of the park. Love the ride vehicles. Very ornate. Very unique ride vehicle on the small monorail. It looks like a baby carriage.
It is adorable.
And it takes you on a journey past these frogs, which I'm guessing are fountains sometimes. And then some fountains that are fountains. Now, the detail on everything here is wonderful. Like, look at this statue. Wandered into a building that turned out to be a fun house of some type. You got a big moving floor. Shaking floor. And it looks like it ends with a big hamster wheel. Well, pretty good chance I bite it on this thing. Looks like it has hills and rollers. All right, let's give it a whirl. Whoa! Whoa! I'm going way faster than I thought. Oh, I'm falling over. Whoa! Got a couple of animatronics putting in a hard day of animatronic work. I don't know what's happening here, but I'm very much enjoying it. I'm guessing they just got married. I don't know why this baker was making announcements. But yeah, this gets a thumbs up. Found this crank. Let's see what it does. I think it's time to wake up the Glee Club. Yep, I guess it's their version of the tiki room. There's a lot of stuff going on here. All right, the outhouse opens. There's a man doing his business, speaking in German, rocking back and forth. He does spit at you sometimes as well. Weird. Another pretty section of the park here with a stream running through, and looks like a big rotating fountain as well. Yes, that is indeed what this is. A big stone with a man squirting water from his hat. There is some sort of a well interactive, and different characters pop up.
And you put
Oh, Entschuldigung.
This time it's a baby.
Ich bin jetzt gerade rausgerutscht.
So I am not too familiar with this section of Germany, but one thing I do find interesting, you've got this native species of giant birds. Like, look at the size of the nest they built on this house. You know, I think I'm gonna let this picture just speak for itself. Right by the river rapids area with this cool, kind of a whirlpool effect. There's a lake and there's two ways. There's a beautiful covered bridge you can use to take over the lake, or you can take the more adventurous swinging rope bridge. I never pass up the opportunity to listen to an animatronic band.
Ornate, Tripsdrill,
Time to climb this ladder and see what's up top. I believe it's more animatronics. Okay, I'm up at the top here. Alright, let's wait and see who comes out. Out of these windows, it's different animatronic characters come out. So you might get one time, they come up the same ladder, and it's going to be a different character.
Heiliger Bimbam, bei dir kommt ja mein ganz Herz in Wallung. Aber meinst nicht, dass du erst nur ein bisschen fest versuchst? Weißt, das kann ich nicht brauchen, wenn dir der Schnaufer ausgeht und Spucke wegbleibt.
In the back of the park, you'll find a vivarium, which I believe is a winery or a wine museum. On the first floor is a wine museum. On the second floor, a beautiful wine cellar. Very cool in here. And if you scan your ticket on the way in, you get a free glass. Like, look at this really cool Tripsdrill glass they got.
We have a different one too. They have two.
Two different glasses.
One from 1 year and one from this year?
I don't know. It's really neat. Also free souvenir. And for a couple euros down here, you get to sample the wine. I think these things might be like wine vending machines, but I am not sure. A waffle stand, that sounds great. And then there's a gentle little ride where you ride in a basket. I think behind that is a teacup ride. Got a couple of the rides in this kids area. There's ducks. Oh, this is adorable.
The bunny car.
You're in a little bunny ride. Or you're in a raccoon.
I like the pig.
Yeah, there's some cute stuff
And
here.
then you have a horse and a bird.
Well, you got me. I have no idea what's happening here.
Oh,
it's like a love tester.
Kuriere dich auf meine Art.
Like in Moe's Tavern.
Du musst ab jetzt, das musst du wissen, beim Küssen beide Augen schließen, denn sonst wirst du mein armes Kind vor lauter Liebe sonst noch blind. Hattest du seither keinen Mann, so schau dir unseren Förster an.
I don't think it ever stops.
No, I don't think so either.
Oh. Well, you got pretty high on the love scale.
I don't know what that means in German, but I will take it.
Temperament meet Priva?
Sure.
There's another animatronic show over here with all sorts of farm animals.
Wir Vätervieh müssen schon zusammenhalten gegen das andere Viehzeugs.
I like the pig.
Sei ruhig, du bist ja hier sowieso nur geduldig. Denn du bist ja absolut unproduktiv.
There's a petting zoo area home to some goats. Go say hello to this goat. Hello, goat. You know, Molly, I'm very happy I had a pleasant experience with the goats. Unlike this gentleman.
His clothes are...
There's a cool pedal monorail themed to bugs. And below it, you could just take a bike for a ride. These are bikes with like uneven wheels. See if Molly could get a hang of it. She seems to be struggling mightily. She doesn't really like riding a normal bike, so riding a weird bike might be so good. That kid's doing much better than she is.
Now he's going to try. You have to really get going. That's the problem. There. Oh! You're... You really have to start.
I'm gonna try starting on this hill.
Okay, yeah. Because you need to start with momentum, I think.
I think this is sorry for children.
There you go. You got it.
This is a first for me. You get off the ride and you can buy Ride branded dry gin. I like this t-shirt for the roller coaster as well. Molly, I believe this is your favorite part of the gift shop.
It's the animatronic buddy eating the carrot.
Yep, you could buy it as a plush toy. Also, you could buy it as a giant puzzle. You can get your own lunchbox with the dude on it, or the dude as a stuffed animal. We had a quick bite to eat here at the entrance to Volcamp. They had a hot dog stand. We got a hot dog with lots of cheese and then little fried onions on it. It was €3.60. In this building here is the park's one main sit-down restaurant with waiter service. I don't think I'm gonna have time to do it, but I definitely would have wanted to try it.
I like. He can never resist a good arcade game, midway game.
It's giant like watering cans. That wasn't good.
That was not good at all. Probably hard to shoot and aim.
That was better. That works.
There you go, you got one. Not bad. Oh, there you go. Look at that. You're doing really well. And time's up. 25, yeah, that's pretty good.
I don't win anything, but I had fun.
And that's what's important.
So I'm having a blast at Tripsdrill today. I will just want to mention the park has a major bee problem. Every trash can is just covered in bees. So if you have some sort of a bee allergy, and a bad one, you might not even be able to visit the park. We've got a little snack here. It's twisted taters with, I don't know, some sort of seasoning on and a bunch of cheese. And then Molly, what time would you say it is right now?
Beer 30.
And beer 30 indeed, drinking whatever a Schwabenbrau is.
With a lady.
I don't know if it's a lady or a man. But whatever it is, it's neat. We're in Germany, so going to enjoy this sausage here. We've got a bratwurst and fries. The fries are really, really good. Similar to what you see if you go to the Festival of the Arts at Walt Disney World's Epcot, they do have some big chalk art sculptures around the park.
So I'm not going to pronounce his name, but he had to play this game because you shoot, I think, an egg out of a chicken. And then he's mad. So far, the chicken's not doing very well. Look at that chicken's face.
Oh man! That's it. I'm aiming for the cow. I got in the cow.
You did get it in the cow.
How did I get like 100 points for that? I'm going back to the man. Oh! Ah! I got in the man's face. Right near the front of the park, you've got a couple of sheep. Always good for a theme park to have welcome sheep. More should do it. It's pretty neat. There is a Tripsdrill museum showing off some things in miniature, along with awards the park has won. See over here the big windmill with the slide in it. Probably an old-timey fun house. The bathtub log flume vehicle. I like this one too, a cool model of the roller coaster / log flume. Some more cool merchandise. They've got bath bombs and bath salt because they have the bathtub themed log flume.
Yeah.
And then you could buy coaster wheels if you wanted them from Karacho or Mammut. They also have a nice sign that is coming home and being hung on the wall. Coaster wheels look like they are somewhere between 99 and 199 euros. About a 10-minute walk in the parking lot of Tripsdrill. There is a zoo area of the park, and the first animal you see is a little petting farm area with some little tiny sheep, and much, much larger mama sheep. But man, staying in one of those tree houses, that would be awesome. The zoo area is a little bit of an upcharge, in addition to your Tripsdrill ticket. And then for $1, you can buy a bag of feed that deer is going to reject and wander away and hide behind a tree. There's two little tiny baby deers. Oh, is it happening? Is it happening? I did it. I made a deer friend. so gentle. And there's a little baby. In different areas you go, you might go from like not seeing any deer to being completely surrounded by deer. Hey, buddy. Species here. This is a muntjac. These guys are so cute, and I guess not interested in my food. A couple more muntjacs over here, including a baby one. There's a small fox right next to the fence. He's super cute. And what's got to be one of the larger animals over here, I think that is a big grizzly bear.
If he laid on his tire swing, I would be so happy.
Yeah, the bears do have a lot of room, like I think all the animals here do. Big cow, speaking on cue. Now, I believe these things over here, those are campsites you could stay in. If you really, really like Tripsdrill, you're gonna make a weekend out of it. And that'll do it for our time at Tripsdrill. What a wonderful little theme park.
Oh, I loved it. It was so well themed, so clean.
Yeah.
Rides.
Yeah, everything was nice. It was a very, very pleasant place to be. Absolutely loved my visit. I would say Karacho was definitely, for me, the star attraction. But then one of the star attractions was just the weirdness and like, here's some animatronics and here's this and here's that and you've got to go get your free wine glass and
climbing up the ladder.
Yeah, all sorts of wonderful weirdness. They had some pretty unique flat rides, like that drop tower thing that scared you when it tilted at the top.
Yeah, I had no idea that was happening. My face was probably priceless.
It was pretty good. Just like Tripsdrill. If you have any questions about Tripsdrill, let me know in the comment section below. Thank you very much for watching.